wood, whatever. Keeping that in mind, if at any point during any training you feel like something's hurting too much, or especially when we're striking, grappling is what I'm focusing on right now. If you feel pressure, anything you're unsure about, you can tap out. All that means, and I'll use an example. You're going with somebody, if you feel like, hey, this is too much, I'm gonna go ahead and tap out and either step out or cycle in for the next round, you tap their body. If you can only reach yours, sure, or you can verbally say tap, you can stop the ground. I'm not going turbo. I'm gonna match you guys' speed. If you end up going turbo, that's fine, but just keep in mind, there's some tapping here, okay?
Let me get this.
And anybody's worried about it, I got the Sam splints stuff, nobody's gonna get hurt. So,
let me get this.
we're starting standing.
Why not? Yeah.
This can go to ground because we're talking about submissions and takedowns. But when we put somebody on the ground, again, keep in mind, depending on who you're going with, you don't have to go full throttle. You can pace yourself. Most of you are gonna gas out in 30 seconds. People who have been going a little bit longer know how to pace themselves. So it's actually a really good ring size. We're gonna try to stay away from trees and fences. If we get close to that, we stop for a second and reset over here.
You want to get a ring of guys, maybe? Or
If you want to, you can. People who are watching, you can be visually looking at where these guys are stepping, because if he's in the middle of a headlock, he might not see that his leg's swinging over towards this thing. Just keeping safety in mind. It's not that hard. When someone dies, they die. So the objective when we do grappling, specifically, obviously no striking. I'm not going to poke any eyes. I'm not going to grab any fingers or toes. We're all wearing shoes, though. I'm not going to grab the groin, right? We're looking for pushing, pulling. If you want to try to pull a throw, go ahead and try it. Submissions, usually you're going to be either choking the person or you might go for a joint lock, whatever it is. Don't rip these out lightning fast so that you're just breaking people. We're getting some conditioning in. If you're more experienced and get used to the partner you're going with, yeah, we can, but just understand, I'm not looking for, the most buff of us to be like, whatcha, and just snap his arm. Not a lot of that. You can move fast if you want to. If you don't know any submissions, you don't know a whole lot of moves, it's not a big deal. Just get in here, get some endurance work. Get some conditioning going. If you have questions, ask them.
want to spar?
Sparring's going to be happening too.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
with grappling, usually what you do when you start, you come forward, you slap hands, and you slap knuckles, and now we begin. Your objective can be to tap your opponent out. It can be to put him on the ground and hold him still, like wrestling. Perfectly viable target. Experiment and have fun. Here, we'll get started and do one round. So if we go here, begin. Now we're going. Yep, you're looking to gain control, either knock me down, position, whatever you got in mind.
Oh, yeah. I've been there so many times.
Obviously, we're not combining striking yet, but that's what MMA is when you combine them. And I can just sit here if I want. Let him work his escapes, let him get his conditioning. I may decide to go on the offense, take an arm. And then as soon as he feels like there's too much pressure, he might tap on my body. It's as simple as that. Help your buddy up. When we keep rounds of that going, we can fit 2 groups in here. So who wants to go, hop on in.
Well, I got to try and take that one more time. Let me get my boots on.
Oh, damn. Me and Chris have gone a lot harder for a lot longer. We've been going together.
One, I'll take another.
Do what?
Someone go with him.
Yeah. Chris is getting more experience. He's been going for a while. The better you get, you'll see more of the high-speed wrestling moves. Newer people, typically not as frantic. Whoever wants to go, step in here with me or with Chris.
Go, Jack. Go.
And this is going to be a king of the hill type thing. So don't let either one of us get any rest.
Front of you.
Hop in here, get hungry for it.
Yeah, sure, I'll go.
I'm also a chiropractor, yeah.
I've never dropped it before. I'll tell you, might be why I sat out this one for a little bit.
You get out, go slow, that's fine. It's okay. It's good. Good. Go on the arm.
hip.
Whew.
That is
Good strength. Good consistent force. You wrestled before, just combative.
I grappled in the Marines.
There it is. Next, come on.
I'll go.
While you're in the rings, if you bump into somebody, it's not a big deal. They're having a match. We're having a match. We step on something, we just have to relocate. Don't worry about it. Don't think too hard. When you take them down, you don't have to follow them down. Good.
I'm in break.
I like one more guy. It's awesome how to breathe. I see most people do the same thing. It is. Everybody might have had some previous things.
Who hasn't win? Jack, Ryan.